Welcome to what we call a mother load of a router, a wireless router by a company that you've probably heard of before. If not, we're going to tell you about them, and that is TP-Link. This router here is called the Touch P5. Now, when we do an unboxing here at YourTechReport, we don't just do an unboxing. We're going to do a full unwrapping because this thing is still sealed in the box, and we want to find out what's inside and check out this cool wireless router, which not only is packed with features, but is also packed with a touch screen on board. Check the picture. Touch screen on board. So let's do a little bit unwrapping here and see what we find in the box. Okay, now that we've got that settled out, let's actually open the router and let's talk about it a little bit. Now, on the, inside the box itself, we have the wireless router. Put that aside. Got your manuals, no problem. We've got your antenna. We've got 1, 2, 3 antennas here. Obviously, a Ethernet cable. This is a beautiful, nice, short, white Ethernet cable. Put that aside there. And the self-contained power adapter, so only one cable. No questioning what's attached there. Anything else inside the box? Nope, we're done inside the box. Okay. Antennas, obviously, very simple. You know how to put these on. If you haven't done this before, don't worry. I promise no one will get harmed or injured in doing so. Nice packaging itself on this wireless router. We open the, it's kind of like soft plastic. Very cool design. This is definitely a unique router because on board, here's what you've got. You've got 4 gigabit Ethernet ports. You've got your dedicated WAN port. This is what we call your uplink port for internet. You've got your 3 jacks for your antennas. You've got a power on-off switch. I like this power on-off switch because it actually stays in when it's on, so you know it's on. USB 2.0 here. We've got a power adapter as well. A very kind of cool design. You got this really cool TP-Link design and a built-in embedded color touchscreen. Very cool. We are going to plug that in and let you know all about that. In terms of the router itself, while I actually put it together, let's talk about this, okay? So you've got both 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. 2.4 gigahertz will give you up to 600 megabits of throughput, so that's a very good speed. If you've got a really fast connection at home or you're doing a lot of wireless gaming and stuff like that, you're going to want to stick to that 5 gigahertz range because you get up to 1300 megabit throughput on this router, which is a very cool design. Things like parental controls, all on board, multiple networks, DHCP, you've got the USB port. The box says USB 3.0, but it says USB 2.0 here, so I have a suspicion that they may have upgraded the firmware to enhance that as well. So we'll definitely definitely check on that and get back to you on that as well. On board, a dual-core 1 gigahertz processor. As I said, all of the ports in the back are gigabit ports, so you're going to get the fastest throughput you can possibly get. USB 3.0 it says on the box, so you can plug in external hard drive, a printer, different accessories, different peripherals, so you can get access to those across the network. And incredible speeds. Again, on 2.4 gigahertz, you're getting up to 600 megabit throughput, and you're getting up to 1300 on the 5 gigahertz band, which is very cool. And this has what's called beam pointing technology, which means that it will seek out your wireless devices and make sure they get the maximum throughput available no matter where they are in your home. And with the 3 antenna array, you're getting absolute incredible coverage. We're obviously going to put this to the test, and we're going to give you full details when we do a full hands-on review, and we're going to be speaking to the guys at TP-Link, or we have spoken to them, of course, on your tech report, depending when you're watching this unboxing. But let's get to this thing. We want to plug it in to actually see this touchscreen in action. So we're going to plug in this router, pardon the edits, but we had to actually run an extension cord to see what we wanted to do, and we're going to power her on. This is a simple power button on the back, as I said. It kind of depresses in and it turns on. Obviously, it's going to take some time for this to boot. While we do that, we're going to try to take off the plastic. It would help if I had nails, but I do not. So it's probably running a base like an Android operating system, which is giving you that complete input when it powers on. TP-Link logo, it's going to load all the settings. Wireless routers, especially these days, because they're pretty much mini computers, do take a couple seconds to boot up sometimes and establish that link to the network connection. That's normal, don't worry about it. It's because it has a lot of things to do. So the first thing we're presented on this screen, and I'm going to flip it around here just so we can kind of take a look, is you set your administrator password. So we're gonna do this very quickly. New password, full onboard keyboard. So, admin looks kind of iOS-y in terms of the interface and the keyboard. Once we have that password set up, we are going to go to its quick setup. It asks us to set the region and time zone. We're going to skip that. Auto detect internet connection. We're going to go ahead and do that. Change the MAC address. Enable 2.0. You can actually name it. You can do everything. You can name your networks here. You set your region. You hit save, and it's going to save everything to the actual device. Right here, it's 11%, etc., etc. Very, very, very cool stuff. The fact that you can do this on the device. If you've ever set up a wireless network or you're ever done something like this before, you know it's sometimes a pain. You got to figure out what is the address on the network, how do I get to it, what's the username, what's the password, etc., etc. So right now it says you want to test the internet connection. Now I'm not connected to the internet, so I'm going to say no. I'm going to hit finished. And you're presented with this beautiful, honestly, it's a gorgeous screen. It's a gorgeous screen. You have a slide to start. And we're going to do that. We're going to slide up to start. It shows you right there your 2.4 gigahertz network name. It shows you your 5 gigahertz network name. And it shows you the password right there as a guest. So this is the guest login. So anybody shows up at your house, let's say running Airbnb, who knows what you're doing? Your guest can come to the router and automatically know all the information. You press the home button, and we're trying to press the home button. Forgive me. Hard to do these things upside down, I'll tell you that. You have options here for quick setup, mode selection, wireless settings, WPS if you have WPS enabled devices, LAN settings, your guest network, parental controls. Everything is right here at your fingertips, so you really don't have to worry about doing things remotely. You don't have to worry about logging in with a device or having an iOS app. Easy to use, simple to set up. It's a great wireless router from our friends at TP-Link. Again, check YourTechReport.com for our full audio interview with these guys, and we're going to do our full hands-on reviews after the holidays.